Normally I would delete stuff like this, but I actually wanted to show the interface and menus because in this style of game, which I guess is called just a dungeon crawler, or you call it a Diablo clone, it's actually kind of important how you get around the menus and access different items and stuff, because you use them a lot in a dungeon crawler versus action games and whatever. I really liked this part here. I was fighting through an office building, and I remember back when I was playing Diablo 2 on my PC, I was thinking it'd be funny and cool to have a character, maybe something like The Matrix, and in an office building and fighting, but in the Diablo style game. I figured it would be cool to see, and here it is. And it looks really cool. It was fun to fight through. You know, you have like little clustered areas of people and poke your heads out of office buildings. Inside, there's fucking movable modular walls, doors. The character I'm using is Angela. She's originally from the Spawn comics. She's like Master Hunter Angel from heaven. Apparently Marvel bought the rights to her at some point, so they kind of incorporated her. She's an Asgardian. In the Marvel universe, she's Thor's sister. She's still an angel. They're on kicking ass with her sword and her axe, and she has these ribbon things that the ribbons are kind of alive and do their own stuff. They're made of some really lightweight yet super strong and forceful material. Sort of like Spawn's chains, except a good version, I guess. Spawn has like the evil suit. He has like a good version. Anyway, Angela's kind of a cool character. I was surprised to see her in Marvel Heroes Omega, because she's more interesting to me than 99% of the Marvel characters. Thor is in here, and I probably would have used him had she not been in here. I'm glad she was in, and after you play through the tutorial, they give you enough of the in-game currency to purchase most of the heroes. I chose her, and I'm glad she was one of the cheaper ones, because certain people are more expensive. I'm not sure why. Like, I don't think it's just tied to the movies, because Doctor Strange is one of the more expensive characters. But Deadpool isn't, even though Deadpool had a really successful movie. Anyway, so the whole game concept is really just like Diablo. You're playing Diablo, but with, you know, in modern day with superheroes, rather than like a dark fantasy medieval style. And it's surprisingly fun. There's good depth to it. Each character has between like 9 and 12 moves, abilities they eventually get. So you map out 8 of them, and you're free to kind of do that however you want. You get an ultimate ability later, apparently at level 60. They have different talents you pick, and the talents let you kind of specialize your character as to how you want to play it. So there's not much in terms of customization, but I think that's kind of the idea here, is they're thinking people specifically want to play Marvel heroes, like be Wolverine, not just make a character like Wolverine. I can kind of understand that. That was a complaint in City of Heroes. People would only be able to make like lookalikes, people that had similar abilities and similar costume, but they weren't the actual character. To me, that's better. I would rather do that than really make my own character than play someone else's, but whatever. Different strokes for different folks. Surprisingly, the Diablo format works good in the superhero, except I was running my mouth and I talked over it, but one of the interesting things in this game, one of the item slots is called a flourish, because there literally is no point to it. It's just a thing to do. I picked one up somewhere. My flourish summons two groups of ninjas, a red group and a blue group, and they just start fighting each other. And I can actually also fight the red ones. The blue ones are apparently my allies. It's kind of cool. This right here, Magneto was a boss fight in the story campaign. It was fun. It wasn't too difficult. I had just recently figured out how to turn the game's difficulty up to heroic mode, which would be the equivalent in Diablo of not quite torment, but like maybe like expert or hard, whatever, because I believe there's another difficulty level to this game, like super heroic or something, and that would be about the equivalent of torment in Diablo. But anyway, finally being able to turn it up made it even more fun, because similarly to Diablo, you get more experience, better drops, better chance for drops at the higher difficulty. So I really like it. We can adjust difficulty, and the risk reward is customizable to how much, how difficult you want it to be, how much extra stuff you get for playing a more difficult one. Right here, see, I'm fighting a thing called Dupe, who looks like Slimer from Ghostbusters. That's this game's version of the Treasure Goblin from Diablo, where he's kind of tough, with a lot of health, he constantly runs from you, drops money. Once you kill him, he drops a bunch of really good items, crafting materials and things like that. Yeah, look at all the shit he dropped. Awesome.